showing the clips and interviews. The Annie Key Show. Show the video for you to see.
Welcome to the Any Key Video Show, the place and platform for indie creatives. I'm your host, Kenny Any Key Moore. We're talking writing in this episode. Before we start the show, would you do 3 things for me? First, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANY, so you can check out other episodes of the show. Second, follow me on social media at Coach_ANY on Instagram and TikTok, and on my music pages at KANM Collective on Instagram and Any Key Music on Facebook, which is spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. And third, go download our new music, Cry for Help, at kanmcollective.bandcamp.com. Again, that's kanmcollective.bandcamp.com. All right, my guest is backstage and ready to go. So let's start the show. Now joining me is Michelle Coda. She's an indie author in the Dayton, Ohio area. She's the founder of Life Elevated LLC. She's worked many years in ministry with church life groups, prison ministry, and women's Bible study. She just released her debut book, Speaking Life, Truth for Every Season of Pain and Promise. So let's bring her on to talk about it. Michelle, welcome to the show. Thanks for being on. How you doing?
Hey, thank you so much for having me. How's it going?
It's going well. And it's my pleasure to have you. You know, we go way, way, way back.
All the way back.
All the way back to youngin'. So this is fun. So it's always good to have family on. So let's get right to it. So whenever people come on with me for the first time, I always ask them this question to start the interview.
Okay.
The question is this. Tell me your earliest memory or the moment you fell in love with writing.
Ooh, I fell in love with writing. I think it's once I started journaling, just to kind of get my own thoughts out. And especially when I was going through some stuff, right? And then, and that was probably in my mid-30s. And I started to have this dream of, one day I would like to write a book. So my mid-30s, life was happening. I felt inspired. I actually started blogging first. Okay. And I still have my blogs saved, but now transitioning right to writing books and all of that. But I see blogging might still be in the future again. So yeah, I enjoy writing.
Gotcha. So for me, I was always an introvert and shy. So writing, I wrote better than I could. I talked better than I could talk. So it was easier for me. So like even with, I don't know if you remember this, but I had a crush on you when I was younger. And I wrote you.
I do remember. I don't know.
So I wrote.
That is wild.
I wrote a note or something because I was too shy to ask you. So I wrote a note and I think I put it in I put it in somewhere. I don't even remember where I put it. But yeah,
remember this.
Yeah. So, but similar to you, I had an inspiration to write. So. My first wife, so we have a lot of commonalities. We both lost our first, spouse. So, and I was inspired to write The Struggle to Get to Destiny, and we were writing it as she was in the hospital, and then when she transitioned, I just finished it.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, but again, the same thing. Just fell in love with the writing and being able to put your thoughts on paper.
Yes, it's so valuable. I love it.
No, it is. And it's cathartic too. Like for me, it was therapeutic writing the book.
So, definitely. I could see that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So now that we know when you fell in love with writing. Give me your three biggest writing influences.
Okay, I first have to start with Miles Monroe.
Okay, yes,
Woo!
yes.
I will never forget when I think it was in my early 20s and I read a book by him, and it was called Maximizing Your Potential.
Hmm.
And it just like set me on fire because you know how it's like someone speaking your language, but you didn't even realize it was your language until you read it. And that's what happened with me. He was so positive, not only spiritual, but yet like also saying there is absolutely nothing you can't do and accomplish.
Hmm.
And you should pour out everything God put in you. And I feel like it was the first time I had heard that type of message,
Wow.
and it just really spoke to something deep in me that I feel like I have always kind of gravitated to that ever since. I remember telling everybody about this book, and people looking at me like, okay, fine. But I mean, it was just incredible. So definitely he's primary number one.
Okay.
I do like John Bevere. I feel like he gives a lot of depth in his writing
Hmm.
about spiritual things. And then Priscilla Shire, she's also a phenomenal writer and speaker. So those are definitely like my top three. Can't get enough of Miles though.
I got you. Listen,
Yeah.
shout out to my brother from another mother, Andre Brown. Uh, he gave me the Purpose Driven Man. I believe that's the Miles Monroe book. Uh,
That's wonderful.
yes, and so to your point, man, he just inspires you with his writing because
Oof,
he
yeah,
just he digs into your soul almost and just
definitely.
makes you like want to run through a wall.
Yes, you feel like you can do anything and everything.
Yes, for sure,
Yes,
for sure. All right, so here's a fun question. We're both from the Bronx,
that's
so
right.
let's go Knicks. Orange and blue skies all day long.
Yes,
uh,
so excited.
yes. So when you're home, what are the three places you have to go to eat or visit?
Okay, so anywhere that has the best Dominican food.
Really?
Um, oh, I love some Dominican food.
Okay.
Um, their rice and beans, oh my gosh, just out of this world. So when I brought my husband to New York for the first time, definitely took him there. We picked up some takeout, brought it to my aunt's house,
Hmm.
and she lives in Concourse Village.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so we hung out and just chowed down.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I think I got it from 167th Street, so not far from Pure Gospel.
Okay.
And then Jamaican food,
Okay. Of
because
course. Can't go
that
wrong.
is just not readily available everywhere else. Like real good authentic Jamaican.
Gotcha.
So those are probably my top two items, and of course, bagels and New York pizza. There's just
Yeah.
nothing like
Yeah.
a New
Yeah.
York bagel,
I got you.
But yeah, but that Caribbean food, just getting the flavors is just it's a must.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's White Castles.
Stop it.
Yes, White Castles.
You
Because listen, as soon as I get off the plane, my wife and I shout out to my wife Janelle.
come on.
Our first stop is White Castle.
Ah,
But
wow.
but the Lord heard our cry. They're building one in St. Augustine.
Okay,
Pray to
that's
God.
fine.
So you can't tell me nothing. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Okay, that's okay. So this is really funny though, because probably 15 minutes away from me is like a headquarter White Castle building.
Really?
Yes, but there's not that many White Castles around. I'm literally scared to eat White Castle at this point in time. Because I haven't had it in so long. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh no, that's
But
it's definitely different. But
yeah,
I
it
can't
is.
get enough of it.
It definitely was slamming growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was
For
just
sure.
so good. My mom would get a bunch of burgers and everything, and we'd be on a little road trip to go see my Nana, my grandmother in New Jersey, and she was kind of way out in Jersey in Mattawan. So we had a pretty long drive, so we fueled up on some white gas.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
Yeah, onion rings.
Yes, I got to get the chicken rings with a chocolate shake.
Forgot about the shakes.
Chocolate shake, yes sir.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate living in Jacksonville because it's a food capital. So we get some of everything. We got a place called Spices that makes the best Jamaican food.
No way.
Yes, we had some oxtails last night.
Stop it. That's like the dish.
Plantains. They got the best plantains. Oh my goodness.
Oxtail is my jam.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Golly.
Well, you guys ever come and visit, we'll make sure we take you over there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do that for sure.
Yeah. All right, so we did enough talking about food. We're going to take a quick break, and then on the other side of the break, we'll get into Michelle's new book. So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Soul in every bowl. It's the best in town. Custom cakes uptown. Place your orders to eat. Nelly's joyful treat. If you want the best, forget the rest. Flavor in every bowl. Sweet taste of soul. From custom cakes to soulful plates. You want to eat Nelly's joyful treat.
This is me at 19 years old making mediocre beats. I was working a job and I was making $0 off of my music. This is me now making industry quality beats and making what I made in a year back then in 1 month. If you're a music producer who wants to make better music that people will love and sell your beats, loops, and sound kits online independently, I'm about to show you how I 3 times my 9-to-5 income and improve the quality of my music, all while having nothing but a laptop and a phone. My name is Eben. I'm a platinum music producer who's made a full-time career out of selling my music online, and that's allowed me to work with artists like Lil Durk, Rod Wave, Lil TJ, and many other Billboard charting artists. Some huge problems that you and other struggling producers are having is that your beats just aren't industry level. And that's why artists and producers just aren't using your beats and loops. And then, even if you improve the quality of your beats and loops, artists and producers still won't respond to you because your social medias just aren't attractive. Another huge problem that producers have is making beats and nothing ever happens with them and they just die on your hard drive. Your career will stay stagnant this way because you have no plan. And a lot of producers are scared to post themselves and their craft. And you'll never attract the audience this way because no one will ever know who you are. One way of doing this is making a bunch of beats in a bunch of different subgenres, aiming to connect with any random artists or producers with more followers than you, exporting low quality beats and just hoping for the best, aimlessly posting beats on BeatStars and just praying that someone buys them. And the rest of the beats we make just sit and die on our hard drive and nothing ever happens with it. My method is making beats and loops in a specific subgenre and then maximizing that lane. Then we perfect our beats and loops in that subgenre and then build our brand around that niche. We maximize our social medias with professional appeal, and that way we're attracting artists and producers that actually want to work with us.
Struggling with high shoot costs or too many pictures to process? Log in to 3w.reworks.com, the most useful AI production center built for fashion. From the AI product photography studio to lookalike creator and listing builder, Reworks Studio has it all. Simply upload your product's images in Model Studio, describe the model and scene, or just leave it in blank. The AI senses every product, model, texture, and lighting. It will also automatically conduct market research and incorporate high-conversion visual strategies into photo design, helping you effectively improve sales conversion rates. Hit Produce for hyper-realistic results you can preview in 4K. You can download everything in your media library. Focus more on growing your business. Professional visuals now automated.
Make sure you follow and like Nelly's Joyful Treats on Instagram and Facebook. Go place your orders so you can get that sweet taste of soul. Producers, go follow Eben on Instagram at Eben on the track. That's EBON on the track. And make sure to use our code AKVS for 25% off when you enroll in the 111 Academy. And creatives, go follow Rewalk Studio on Instagram at Rewarx_studio, which is spelled REWARX, and use my code AKVS15 for 15% off Rewalk Studio AI. All right, we are back with author Michelle Coder, and she is the author of Speaking Life, Truth for Every Season of Pain and Promise. All right, so let's get into the book. First of all, I love the title. Love the title.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, give me the backstory on the inspiration behind it and how it came together creatively.
Okay, so with all the trials and tests that I have been through, some of which is grief, having different losses, I wanted to share my testimony, but also wanted to give people a pathway to victorious living.
That's good.
So that people don't have to stay stuck in grief or whatever their situation is, whatever the trauma is, the loss. We know that losses come in various ways, right? So speaking life really was how I got through it, right? So I want to share how I made it, how we said back in the day, how I made it over, right?
That's right.
And so that others can do the same thing, because the words of our mouth will dictate what our future will look like. We're living right now in what we've been speaking from the last 5, 10, 15 years. So it's a passion topic for me. And I was able to marry that with my testimony to kind of just say, hey, this is how I actually use the truth of God's word, because it goes beyond just affirmations. There's another level of power when you speak the truth of God's word. That gives you access like nothing else. So that was definitely the motivation. And I must say, I had a wonderful mentor. Her name is Sherry Pitts. Shout out to Sherry. And she's actually in Florida.
Okay.
And she is from this Dayton, Ohio area. And we connected through a network that I'm a part of. It's called Women in Christian Leadership.
Okay.
And so when I had mentoring sessions with her, she gave me that push about, you know what, you really should share and write a book. And so she has written books, and that kind of helps, right? When someone's already been on that path and they're like, you can do this. So very grateful for that, because then I just started to get down into the nitty gritty of writing. And it took a minute to figure out, how am I going to orchestrate this, right? Is this a devotional? Is it a book?
Right.
What exactly is this? And that took probably 6 months to narrow it all down, right? But that is definitely the motivation of this book, Speaking Life.
Yeah, I think it's huge to your point about affirmations. It's taking it to another level, or taking it to a higher level in terms of speaking the things that you want to see manifest in your life, right? So when we say things and we put it in the atmosphere, our faith is what's going to say that I'm saying this now, God, you got to back me up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we can't be afraid to say it, We can't be
Right.
afraid to put it into the atmosphere because
Yeah.
we are believers and we believe that God can do,
Hmm.
exceeding abundant above all we could actually think. Then why not? You know,
Listen, that's my favorite scripture in the whole 66 books is
I hear you.
Ephesians 3:20. Okay, God is able. He's able to do exceedingly abundantly above. So it's just like you speak words of life, and God just he goes above and beyond what you're even saying. You can't even imagine what he has in store. You ask for one thing, and God, it's like a picture of a teddy bear that I saw, that the little girl wants this teddy bear from Jesus, and he's trying to take this little one because he got a real giant one behind him
Wow,
that he's trying to give her. But it's like sometimes we won't let go of this little thing. We think we're losing, but
that's so
God
good.
really has something
Something
so
bigger.
much bigger.
Yes,
And
yes,
you just can't even imagine it, right? You can't
yes.
fathom it. And so that is an image I have seen, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, and it stays with me. It's such a good
Mhm.
visual that God is just, I mean, how can you even define how big he is and what he can do? So, and it's at this point in time, at age 52, I've seen too much. I've seen too much of
Mm,
God's goodness and
mm,
too many miracles to doubt that speaking his truth is not going to produce results, because it totally is going to produce results.
for sure. I think the other part of it that was important is that you had a mentor.
Yes.
So, like for me, it was my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Janet Greer. She was my
Nice.
editor, um,
Hmm.
and she took the book from one level to another because when I
Wow.
wrote it, or when we wrote it, it was my story and then her story, and she took it and wove it together. So it
Wow.
went
That's
from
amazing.
it went from one chapter of me and a chapter to her, and it just kept going back and forth, back and forth.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
when people read it, they was like, that made the book so much so easier to digest
Yes.
because it was co-written, so you got both stories at the same time. So it's important to have a mentor, somebody that's been there,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying, that's doing something
Absolutely.
that you haven't done, because we were both debut authors, so
Right.
all we know how to
Exactly.
do is write.
Exactly.
We
I'm
don't know how
telling
to put
you,
the pieces together.
it's true. You need help. I got
No, 1,000%.
yeah, I mean, and that's how we get to where we get, is because we have to ask. We have to, pull on some resources. There are people out there ready and willing to help. And so very grateful for her. And then when it was time to really hone in on this, because you were mentioning before about being shy, and writing was easier for you.
Mhm.
Well, speaking is actually easier for me.
Okay.
Writing had more of a challenge, because
Wow.
I could blog and get one thought out in just like one page. But expanding and writing an entire book, I
Mhm.
felt pretty intimidated by the thought. I thought, how am I going to get this whole point across? And so having a publisher slash editor really helped me expand, and
Mhm.
then I learned that, okay, so I'll put some thoughts down in a moment of inspiration, but then I go back to it, and then I realize, okay, I left a few details out, so let me go and expand it. So that was kind of the pattern that I followed, because
Mhm.
I started to recognize my own writing style. It's, none of these things happen unless you start. You got to start
Right. You got to
somewhere,
start somewhere.
and then you start to realize, oh, okay, so this is the pattern. Let me see how I can tweak that, get someone else's opinion. I had about 6 or 7 test readers
Okay.
before I even went to a publisher. And so I was able to get feedback from other people, and because I'm going to think one way, but
Sure.
getting someone else's opinion and feedback, is this helping you? Is it repetitive? All of that. So I'm truly grateful. It's almost like a group effort. You know what I mean?
No, it is. It's for sure. It's a team effort because
Yes.
between the editor and the publisher, they all play a role to help you bring the finished product,
Yeah.
across the finish line, because it's the editor's gonna say, "Hey, dig a little deeper here. I think
That's right.
you can get a
Yep.
little further down the road with this particular topic or this particular thought."
Yeah.
So the rewrites are what takes the book from one level to the next, and then
Exactly.
the publisher is the one that, shout out to Paula Foster, who published our book.
Nice.
She came up with the cover design.
Mm-hmm.
She just took a picture that I gave her and then put a cover behind it, and it just
Oh,
all
wonderful.
it puts the gloss and puts the finishing touch
Yes.
that makes
Yes.
the book that where people want to get it.
Absolutely. That's so good.
Yeah. So teamwork makes the dream work for
Oh,
sure.
yes.
So, are there any collaborators you want to shout out that helped you with the book besides your mentor?
Definitely. Angel Hicks. She is my producer, my publisher, rather. I didn't jump to music producing. I don't know what happened just then. so, so she's my publisher. She had her publishing company. I think it's called Infinite Impressions, and
Okay.
so this book cover is like it was her. It wasn't.
Gotcha.
I just thought, wow, incredible, incredible. So, but she helped me all throughout the process, and to get on Amazon, soon to be on Barnes and Noble and Ingram Spark. It's live on Ingram Spark as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
So, and now I'll be working soon on a audiobook,
Okay.
so I can narrate it.
Yeah.
And I'm linking up with an editor who also has a studio. So a lot of things in the works, and then the Life Elevated company is just getting started. I just registered it as a business.
Hmm.
And the next step for me is getting a website established and having a platform, because I want this to be just the beginning of things, right? This book is the beginning, and then it will grow into speaking engagements
Okay.
as well as other resources, because my goal is to help people know and learn how to speak life, how to grow in their faith, and how to live with purpose. So
Yes. Yeah.
that's, the resources could be small group sessions, discussion guides, journals. That's probably the next book I would do, is
Okay.
a journal of some sort to accompany speaking life. So lots of fun, exciting things ahead.
For
And
sure.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, as you should be. So, you touched on Life Elevated. What
Yes.
led you to start it, and then what are some of the services that you touched on that as well, but kind of talk a little bit more about that.
Sure. So I just felt like, okay, when you do something, you always are going to sit back and think, okay, well, the book is done. So now what? Right? That's the next question. And so for me, I thought, well, I don't want this to be the end of things or the only thing.
Gotcha.
And I do enjoy speaking. And so I thought, having a platform where I can do video events, I can have people invite me to speak, as it has already happened.
Hmm.
One of my friends had me speak at her conference
Okay.
for her retreat, actually. So, and that was the first time I actually spoke about my message of speaking life.
Hmm.
And then, so shout out to Rachel Bain. So thankful for you giving me that opportunity to speak. And then at my church, Living Word Church in Vandalia, Ohio, we have a second campus, the Dream Center. So in that campus, we had a small group for grief support.
Hmm.
And so then I was able to speak and share my testimony
Okay.
in the grief support group. So, and then, working in prison ministry, hopefully I can connect with the chaplain again there. I was able to serve for a year through prison fellowship
Okay.
at one of the local correctional facilities for women in the Dayton area.
Hmm.
So just having a way for people to come through Life Elevated to get these types of resources, the journals, the books that are to come, all of those different types of things, and just having it housed in one area where everybody can go. And so that's kind of and the title Life Elevated is the goal,
Got it.
right? Let's go higher.
Absolutely. No, I
Yes.
like it. It's similar to what my partner and I, Tobias Tanker Jr., we do with Keeping Alive in the Music Collective. So
Oh, wonderful.
it's a team of writers, composers,
Ooh,
authors,
good.
and content creators. So we just help people bring their creative ideas to life. So whether it's
Yes.
songwriting, whether it's music production, whether it's podcast pre and post production,
Okay.
we're actually working on. Shout out to Dallas Frazier. We're working on an event with him because he does radio promotion. So he wants to come down
Nice.
here and do a showcase. So we're working on trying a venue for that for him. So,
Okay.
but the point is that you have all of these different things that you do, and you just want to put it under one house, so that way, you can meet the needs of people wherever they are.
Absolutely. And everybody's got a different way of receiving
Absolutely.
information, right? So podcasting and whether it's through music, a song will minister to somebody just as much as anything else. So I love hearing what you're doing. And it's that same idea of just having multiple ways of getting the word out to people of how they can be helped, because people are out here searching. They are
Absolutely.
searching for ways to get through and get to their next level. How do I get out of this slump that I'm in? All of that. And so, and I've been there, right? I've been down
We
and
all have.
out, all of it. Yeah. And so that's the part of the book that is also a blessing, is that I'm actually being super transparent. I mean, so transparent. Anybody who reads this book will really know Michelle Coder all the way through. I mean, all the good, bad, ugly, all the things is in the book.
Yeah.
But it was scary to do, you know what I'm saying? But that authenticity, I think, is what speaks to people the most.
It's gonna resonate. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, no, I didn't just arrive, right? I've been through ups and downs, and I didn't always speak life-giving words. So
That's
I didn't
real.
know how to get through all of that. But we have such a gracious God. He helps us, and he'll send someone our way, right? It could have been someone just in our life for just a season, but it changed the trajectory for us and helped us get to a place of victory when we just didn't know how it was going to happen. So I'm just so grateful for all of that. And I mean, shout out to parents. Hello, because we were raised in church.
Yes.
By parents who love the Lord. So
yes, we didn't have a choice. We was going to love the Lord one way or the other.
We was going to. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
We will serve the Lord.
You're going to serve.
Absolutely.
And you're going to serve in the house. You're going to do music. You're going to do all of it.
And honestly, the most of my training that I received for the things that I'm doing now, it was in church.
Right.
So the reason why I'm able to play multiple instruments was because I got to try it out in church and jack it up sometimes and have people laugh at me. But it made me better, and now I can pretty much play anything that I hear because
that's
I
awesome.
I had that time from a child, like
right.
You know what I'm saying? I got on the drums. I think I was like 13.
Wow.
Or 14, something like that.
And I remember seeing you on the drums.
Yeah, till I was, and then I moved over to piano. Rest in peace to Deacon Brooks. He gave me a piano and was like, you got to learn how to play an E flat. Like if you're gonna play in church, you got to learn how to play an E flat.
That's
what
awesome.
said. I'll never forget it. But you have mentors like that, and the Jonathan Whoopies and the Christopher Bruces who brought
Love it.
bought the drum set that and then left it when he left. I was like, hey, this is your drum set, and
Wow.
never lets me forget it. But that's a story
Oh,
for
that's
another day.
okay.
Nah, that's big, bro. I love him.
Come on. That's
But
fire.
yeah, man, it was all the training that we received,
Yes, we
and
received
then
a lot.
the foundation that we received that we were able to now apply to our lives today, and then we're able to help
Definitely.
impact
Yes.
others.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm just so grateful. And my book is dedicated to my mother, who is now, she's with the Lord. But
Sure.
I
She
mean,
put the foundation in you.
oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
tell people all the time that the 30 years that I had with her, I was 30 when she passed.
Wow.
And I feel like I got so much in those years that it will last through my lifetime. And I feel like I got more than what some people will ever get,
Absolutely.
because of how, you remember my mom.
Whee! She had that. She was, and it got good to her.
Come
never
on.
forget
She
it.
was on fire. She
Yes.
was at your grandmother's house. I don't know,
Yes.
she was doing prayer meetings in one of the rooms in your grandmother's house.
I did not know that.
Once a week on a Wednesday. And then,
Really?
yep. And then I think your Uncle Buck was there. And then next thing you know, my mom started witnessing to him, and then he got saved.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, crazy stuff.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
She was so passionate about the Lord.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I still don't know anyone quite like her. Like the way she was so on fire, it was just, you don't realize it when you're little, you know what I mean? But then you grow up and you're like, wow, people just don't be like this. You know what I mean?
No, that's real. That's real.
And
It's
I'm like, okay, well, praise the Lord. I'm so grateful for all that she poured into me. And
for sure.
I can't let it go to waste. I mean,
Right.
come on.
Right.
So glad.
You're
glad.
her legacy. And so
Definitely.
you're living out her legacy. And
For
I'm
sure.
sure she's smiling down and saying,
Mhm.
that's my baby.
That's right.
Putting out
So
that book.
glad.
That's my baby that's speaking to these,
Yes.
and ministering in these prisons and ministering in these, self-help groups and things of that nature.
Amen.
And it's you have the book now. So you kind of talked about Life Elevated. Is there anything else that we should be looking for coming next from you? And then tell my audience how they can connect to you on social media.
I would say the two things you just asked as far as connecting and what's next. Again, the book is on Amazon, so look for it to be available on Audible at some point. And then a journal. That's the next thing. It may be speaking life to our health. That's something that is on my heart as well. I'm on a health and fitness journey, and I've been tracking some things, and we can speak life over our bodies as well.
Absolutely.
And so that is definitely something I'm interested in. And it's very cool because I've been getting feedback from people who have read the book or are still reading it. And one of them said to me, you should have a retreat. So now that's on my mind. So I'm going to look into a few things like a retreat, and maybe doing some live sessions with a group of people just to see who is interested in leveling up, right? And having some group sessions. I even had someone say, hey, after our Zumba class, let's go eat somewhere and just talk about your book. We can do a chapter each week or something like that. So it's pretty powerful. So I'm really excited. Definitely want to do some online things because that way we can have a more global reach, right? So to connect with me currently until Life Elevated is up and running on its own platform and website, Instagram is the best way to reach me. And it's Michelle J Living is my Instagram. So my first name, J, stands for my middle name, which is Julie. and then
Didn't know that.
Living. Yeah, that's my middle name. So Michelle J. Living, Living. So people can message me there, follow me there, because once Life Elevated is fully up and running and established, I will be posting that there. And I just didn't want to do a whole new Instagram account when I already have so many people that are connecting to me
Yeah.
there on Michelle J. Living. So we'll start with that
There you go.
and go from there.
All right, so let's definitely talk offline about
Yes.
the virtual piece, because I can
Oh, yeah.
help you get rolling with that.
Oh, that
Um,
would be awesome.
yeah, for sure. And then I could also see not only the retreat, but like with the speaking life prison tours and
Mm-hmm.
speaking tours. Like you could do a lot of things with
Yes.
that, because like you said, especially now, the way the economy is and the man that's in office right now, people need hope. People
They
need
do.
people need
Mm,
encouragement. People need to
absolutely.
to be able to speak life even while things are not looking like you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying, the way it
It's so
should.
true.
So no, I think
Yeah.
you have a great message, and it's a timely message. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so much. I'm so blessed for the feedback that I'm already getting, and some people have posted some reviews on Amazon as
great.
already. So I'm very grateful for the message resonating, with people, because that is kind of the ongoing thing. They're like, yeah, I need this right now. I mean, who doesn't need some life-giving words, right? And we all have speech for free. You know what I
That's right.
mean? It's
That's
like
right.
you get to choose every single day what is going to come out of your mouth. And
So
so,
right.
I appreciate this opportunity that you've given me to be able to discuss this. This is a good time, and it was great to reminisce because we go all the way back.
All the way back.
Shout out to Rhonda Moore,
What
my
up, Kev?
childhood.
Absolutely. We was all running together.
With,
Vanessa, my brother
with
Phil, and sister Candace,
yes,
Kiki.
Kiki,
We was
yes,
all running together in
sure
Melrose
enough.
projects,
Yep,
uh, having a good time and just
yep.
enjoying life.
So grateful. It was a good time. Good stuff.
Absolutely. So listen, Michelle, all the best with everything that you have going on. And like I
Thank you.
said, I'm available. Anything that I could do to help you do what you do. I'm just a phone call, or a text, or inbox, or whatever. Away.
Yes, awesome.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for being on Any Key Video Show.
All right, thanks.
All right. That's going to be it for this episode of the Any Key Video Show. I want to thank Michelle Coda again for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, or like your brands and services to be advertised and promoted on the show, or if you want your video to be featured on the show, send an email to KANMmusicPUB@gmail.com. Again, that's KANMmusicPUB@gmail.com. You can become a patron on my Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/ANYKENY to get exclusive access to new content and free show merchandise. Or you can order your merchandise at the online store, which is kanmcollective.threadless.com. Again, that's kanmcollective.threadless.com. Shout out to all my patrons and people who have ordered merchandise. I appreciate your support. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANYKENY and follow me on social media at Coach_ANYKENY on Instagram and TikTok. Go download Cry for Help on Bandcamp. Follow my Instagram music page at KANM Collective, and follow my Facebook music page, Any Key Music, which is spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. So until next time, remember, be positive on purpose.